Hey, make sure you buckle up and brace yourself for heart-pounding chases and plot twists that are more thrilling than the movies. If you want to feel like you're on a roller coaster without leaving your seat, then welcome to COPSCAM Police US. Now let's go. It all started out normal enough. An old Chevrolet Cavalier with expired license plates was driving down US Highway 67, following other cars too closely. The police stopped the car. But what do you think happened next? A happy ending? No way.
It's fine. I'll just get your name and date of birth, okay? You write your name and date of birth down there?
The police asked for papers. The driver confidently gave his name, Jerry Brexton. A name that sounded quite legitimate, right? But then the fingerprints were scanned, and within seconds the result was not Jerry Brexton, but Jerry W. Beard Jr., a man on parole. And the game had just begun.
Man, look at this. I'm so excited. Like hamburger on the couple.
You think that I popped up red for something?
Sir, step out of the vehicle.
No!
The police asked the driver to get out of the car, but instead of obeying, he stepped on the gas and drove straight ahead.
Oh, 1037, 1037.
We're headed out back towards 67 now. He's in a vehicle.
The Chevrolet was weaving between cars, endangering all the innocent people on the road. This driver wasn't just running away, he was putting everyone in a life-or-death situation. The police had no choice but to follow closely. The situation was getting more and more dangerous. This driver wasn't just running away, he was plowing into other cars like he had nothing to lose. Every dangerous turn could end in disaster. The police needed to act quickly. And then the spike strip is deployed forward. The Chevrolet ran over a spike strip. Its tire deflated and it began to slow down. Officer Gentry didn't miss his chance. He executed a perfect pit. The car spun, lost control, and hit the curb. This seemed to be the end of the chase. But don't think the driver would give up easily. After the pit, the police surrounded the car. The driver still tried to escape, but the game was up. He was pulled out of the car, handcuffed, and taken to jail. An inevitable end for a daredevil. But, you know, running from the law is never a smart plan. The price? Another wrecked car, a bunch of additional charges, and a one-way ticket to jail. A costly lesson indeed. It all started when Officer Jarrett ordered the white pickup to stop. But instead of complying, Cueva got out and opened fire with his AR-15, killing Officer Jarrett before fleeing onto the interstate, turning the chase into a nightmare.
Vehicle, okay? Come on.
Oh, shit!
An emergency alert was immediately issued. Officers Palomares and Montes quickly located Cueva on Interstate 10, near mile marker 116. The pursuit was on.
So control 51, status check on traffic.
There he goes! There he goes! Fuck yeah! Watch out! Watch out!
Police found the subject who had started to deflate the tires, and the pit stop was executed perfectly. Cueva got out of the car, gun still in hand, and opened fire on the officers. In response, the state, Dona Ana, and Las Cruces police did not let him escape. Cueva was hit multiple times, and the tense standoff finally ended. He was shot and killed at the scene.
Hey, get the fuck back!
All you need to do is stop the car under the direction of the police, but one hard push on the gas and this Honda Civic rushes forward as if to challenge fate. One wrong decision, and now everything is on the verge of spinning out of control.
Oh yeah, 33.
The Honda flew through the lanes like a stray bullet. There was no sign of slowing down, no hesitation. He passed other vehicles as if the street was his personal playground. And the police, They were hot on his heels, preparing for a life-or-death race with the law.
Computation now, that's location.
13 south, coming up on exit 85.
Probably 13 south, over next 85.
Hit the wall, hit a white van.
Great.
And here it is. The car lost control, spun, and crashed into the wall after the daring pit. From here, the direct confrontation between the police and the driver began.
Hit. 1050, 1052, 1018. Hands up! Get your fucking hands up!
The police immediately approached the scene, but the driver was stubborn and refused to cooperate. He moved around in the car, reaching under the seat. A dangerous situation. What was even more absurd was that he calmly drank from a can of soda and threw it out.
Back door.
Get your damn hands up, driver!
Hey, driver's falling out
Get
the
your
back door.
hands up! Hey! Get your fucking hands up! Get your hands up! Get your fucking hands up! Not you, him! Get your fucking hands up! Driver's
Driver's falling around the car, but I'm compliant.
Got two more in the
Two more
car.
in the
Get your
car.
damn hands up! Get on the ground! Get on the fucking ground!
Clear.
While the passengers immediately raised their hands in surrender, the driver continued to resist. The atmosphere became more tense by the second. Backup forces rushed in, but the driver remained stubborn, leading to a tense struggle. He even threw the handcuffs into the sewer. And then, the final decision was made. The stun gun was activated. All resistance ended in an instant.
Yeah, what was the good thing? I will be out.
They got the car taken off on me.
And here it is, suspect Victor Topet, the man who decided that ramming a police car and driving through 2 counties would be a fun way to avoid arrest. When Lafayette police spotted the stolen truck, Topet decided to speed down Highway 24 like a race car driver, 60 miles per hour, and the drama immediately erupted when he crashed straight into a police car. Bad strategy, but let's see what he did next.
Have a white truck facing eastbound, right eye of the reservoir.
Still right shoulder.
Great, he jumped the guardrail and ran out onto the highway. Who would have thought? He was trying to run through the busy lanes, probably thinking he could skip the rush hour traffic. A reckless decision, but Topet clearly had no concept of traffic safety.
He's running across 24. We're in all green. Just got hit by a car. Need units on 24.
Look, he tried to crash into another car and break in like he was auditioning for a B-movie action movie. But the cops weren't lost. They were all over Highway 24. Topet kept running and then into the tunnel. It seemed like he had chosen a strategic escape route, or so he thought.
Where was the head-on with the Lafayette car?
The Lafayette car. He's forcing entry right now into a car.
Forcing entry into a...
Car's driving off with him hanging off the car. He's entering the tunnel. Left before the tunnel, or right before the tunnel.
Look, he tried to crash into another car and break in like he was auditioning for a B-movie action movie. But the police weren't lost. They were everywhere on Highway 24. Topet kept running and then into the tunnel. It seemed like he had chosen a strategic escape route, or so he thought.
Working well. He actually taking a left on Keller Avenue. Actually taking a left on Keller. Left on Mountain Boulevard for Keller. Now past the Maynard and getting back on west on Canadian.
Westbound I-80 from Mountain Boulevard.
Okay, just keep for another car. Go the wrong way.
After running tirelessly through traffic, even taking off his clothes, Topete probably thought that his surprise disguise would help him escape. But no, the police were following him every step of the way, in the air and on the ground. The dog unit finally closed in, and his dramatic escape ended there. A predictable end for a man so reckless as to be insane.
Dog bite.
Copy, dog bite.
Dog contact.
And now Topete has a long list of charges to consider in prison. From assaulting a police officer, to carjacking, to fleeing and reckless driving, it's clear he's trying everything to get away from the police. But remember, you can run, but you can't hide forever. Another thrilling chase ensued. Jorge Ornelas, the driver, sped off like a bullet through the streets of Greenfield. 112 miles per hour in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. Clearly, Ornelas was not only breaking traffic laws, but also treating the streets as his own playground.
I got stop stick at Loomis.
The situation continued to escalate as Ornelas rushed straight through intersections without paying any attention to the traffic lights. Red lights? Too small compared to his intention to escape. While the police were fiercely chasing after him, Ornelas showed his disregard for everything, just to try to prolong this race. Every twist, every turn, this journey of recklessness was reaching its final limit. The moment of truth came. The police performed a pit on Loomis, and immediately Ornelas' car crashed straight into the median. In a chain reaction, the car bounced and hit the front of the police car, flipping over in a dramatic flip. Incredibly, Ornelas continued to flee the scene, making the situation worse. What he left behind was chaos and injured police. Who would have thought he would be so reckless?
Going eastbound on Anderson from Kensington, the black BMW, tinted windows.
Ornelas was eventually arrested, and you guessed it. He admitted to being the driver in the wild chase. A long list of charges awaited him, from reckless endangerment to evading police. You can speed, you can be reckless, but you can never run forever.